subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. I am your host, Chawanne Burns. I have a cough drop. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I almost swallowed it. Y'all was about to witness a killing online. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Lil Durk. We got a story about Skai Jackson, Megan Fox, an update on Diddy, and also your illustrious mayor, Tiffany Henyard. So we got a packed full show today. Without further ado, I want to bring up our super producer. Super producer, are you with me?
Good morning.
Good morning
Good morning to everyone that's out there. Let me see. In the comments earlier, I saw Toy Mafia, I saw Justin, and I saw Carrington, I believe. Good morning to you all. If you're in the comments and you want to tell us where you're watching us from, you also want to say good morning so we can say good morning back. We have a few things to talk about this morning. We want to get to that, but I want to say good morning to you. I want to have a little chit chat before we get started with all of the things. So come out of these bushes and get in these comments so I can say good morning to you. Justin, we gonna do this? This is what we gonna do? Because I'm finna press the balance button. Okay? Because maybe you type it. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Because you type it. Because I know goodness well you didn't just type that. And I told you about that.
Justin, good morning to you.
I done told you about that.
Okay.
And Carrington, you... Oh, okay. Okay, I knew you was typing. I knew you was typing. I knew you was typing, Justin. Okay? And absolutely not, Carrington. And where is my good morning? Because I saw you say good morning to Chawanne. Okay. Okay, little stinks. We're not gonna do this morning. I'm finna get y'all together all the way again. Because that's what I do. And so let's get it going. Good morning to you all. What's today? Today is hump day. Today is Wednesday. Middle of the week.
Yeah, November the 13th.
I feel like we gonna be in Thanksgiving before you know it. After Thanksgiving, we're gonna be right into 2025. Because I feel like the month of December gonna go by so fast that it's not gonna register. That's how fast things are going. Thank you, Carrington, as an afterthought. Thank you. And absolutely not.
You know, today is World Kindness Day. Did you know that?
Well, I'm not experiencing it right now, so I really don't care.
It says smile at strangers on the bus or compliment your coworkers.
I'm not finna do that. They're definitely not in Chicago. You're going to be smiling at people on the bus.
You're smiling at the people on the bus. You might get robbed.
Not that you might get robbed, but people are like mentally ill. You know, it's been a lot of mental illness happening on the buses out here. One couple of weeks ago, there was a naked lady on the bus trying to like sit on people.
Oh my goodness.
Then there was like this, homeless person on the bus, attacking people. So, we're not going to be smiling at nobody on the buses. Out
they
here,
might get the wrong idea.
Definitely might. Carrington said, "Dear God." Carrington, what you dear God about this morning? Because I'm pressing the violence button and gonna press it every time y'all act up. Press. Every time y'all act up, I'm gonna press it. So yeah. I mean, I'm glad that it's Kindness Day because we need to be reminded, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He said he gonna hold his breath until January 20th. Okay, Justin. Send somebody in your place to say good morning. Because I don't know how this gonna work out for you. But yeah, send somebody in your place to say good morning when we come on, because I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna be too good for you. Um
What's our first story we talking
we're gonna
about?
start with Megan Fox. This is your story
Oh yeah.
with Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, so Megan Fox, I know you guys probably not interested in this story, but I want to talk about it. Megan Fox is pregnant with a fourth baby. Um, yeah, scroll up to that picture right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're expecting their fourth baby. Now, Megan Fox has and Machine Gun Kelly has three babies together. They parent three babies together, and Megan Fox is doing the like non-traditional thing. She is raising her kids to be gender neutral. Okay, so she let her kids. I believe they're all boys. They're all boys, but she let them wear dresses, wigs, um, things like that, like non-traditional boy wear. Okay, so reason why I want to highlight this picture, you see Machine Gun Kelly in his nails,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's just what they're doing. So I guess they're gonna have another gender neutral kid, even though it might be a boy or girl. So I don't know if she's one of those parents that's going to like let her kids decide whether or not they should do hormone therapy transition their her kids to a different, or to suppress their natural hormones to be a different gender. So I think it's alarming, actually. But it's her kids. But I think it's a law. It should be a law against that kind of thing. Anyway, but they're just two odd people. Two odd people.
This cracks me up. I actually think that a lot of this came about when Eminem crushed him in that rap battle they was having. And when I say crush, I mean crush.
Really.
Because you ain't have no business trying to go up against the GOAT in no rap battle.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And I feel like when he lost that battle and everybody was like, I know you didn't try to go up against him, and all of a sudden you just saw him turn in a different direction. This is when he began dating Megan Fox, and all of this stuff came about. But he's not the only person that is doing interesting things with his nails. I believe Dwayne Wade paints his fingernails now.
Yeah, Dwayne
Um,
Wade.
I guess in an attempt to make his
Support.
transgender child
Mm-hmm.
feel supported
Mm-hmm.
in their household.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know if I agree with her raising them as gender neutral. Of course, that's her household; she get to choose
Mm-hmm.
because they're her children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. For me, I hope that she is telling them what gender they actually are. I feel like um, parents teach their children, and right now she's choosing for them, but she should give them all the information if she's going to be in a non-traditional home. That's what I feel like.
So in this statement, it says uh, she is kind. In return, she strives to nurture them without micromanaging them. That's what she called it, micromanagement. They were born to be who they are, and it's not my job to support the process, not to get involved and micromanage and mold them into what I think they should be. That's her take on raising.
For me, that's a prime example of parenting out of your traumas. Um, I feel like that's a direct response to some sort of trauma that she had in her own childhood, where she couldn't express herself, and now she's going to allow her children to, just do and be, because possibly she was not. Now, I feel like we all have traumas that we parent out of. Um, I feel like I was not heard as a kid. So I make sure that my children are heard. Not that I'm going to let them be disrespectful or anything, but if there's something that I feel like will affect them, then I may ask them, what do they think about this or that? Because I was never done that. And not that, in other people's households, that's a problem. But I felt like lots of the things was going to directly affect me and not so much my parents. And I was not asked, whether you do what you do is what you do. But I feel like at least we should have been included in the conversation. So I have loads of family meetings with my kids. Just like when I moved here to Chicago from my home state, I had 2 kids at the time, and they were small, very small. But, I was going to be moving my oldest away from her father. And so there was a family discussion that was had between me and her father and my husband at the time, discussing this, just to make sure. And Justin, you cracking me up because the movie title is 8 Mile, not 6. I'm dead. In my opinion, her sons would definitely look some type of way in girls' clothing. And like for me, I feel like if they go to school, especially public school, if they're not, older, once they get older, I don't know. For me, I feel like that's kind of like inviting bullying. And we know that not too much is done about bullying in schools as of yet and as of late. And children are really suffering mentally with bullying. So I think that's going to present all types of problems for her kids participating in public school.
I think it does invite problems. One of the posts I read, not even a post, it was another article I read about Megan Fox, where one of her middle son wore a dress to school, and he was teased a lot, and he came home crying. And so she was like, "Oh, as long as you feel confident in it, like, no, you need to stop signing these kids up for, non-reality encounters, because this is not reality. Reality says a boy should be wearing pants, not a pink dress. So when you wear something different than a pink dress, you just got to make sure you're prepared to have those type of responses from children, because children are mean, right? Children, they don't give a shit if you feel confident. All they see is this boy is wearing a pink dress. So if she's not preparing her child, and I think it's actually wrong for a parent to even allow them to be exposed to that type of trauma, because if essentially it is trauma. I went to school, I thought I was gonna look, fashionably, I was wearing what I wanted to wear. Then all the kids hated me and started talking about me and picking on me. So.
Well, I'm not sure. You only watched it once, Justin. That's my favorite movie. I know almost every line in that movie.
Eight
But anywho,
Mile?
I digress. Yes.
That's your
Um,
favorite movie for real?
it's one of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I'm a hip hop fan, and the siphon that they were having with Eminem and Mekhi Phifer was like my favorite part, of the movie. But anyway, I digress. And I don't necessarily agree with that this is not their reality, because we have gender neutral bathrooms now. We have
But not in
them.
schools, though. I mean, well,
Yeah,
maybe in California. So,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
they
right. Maybe in
absolutely
California.
do in certain school districts,
Mm-hmm.
because I guess it's like, the school districts are able to decide. But um, you absolutely have these things uh in your reality, in your society now. You have them allowing little boys that are transgender use the girls' bathroom. So you know what I'm saying? So um
Um,
I just feel a certain type of way about her not letting them know what physical gender they are, and what I feel like you should just teach both sides if you're gonna do that. And then I say you're gonna organically allow them to choose. But if you're saying you're not gonna do anything, you're not gonna parent, you're not, like, you need to stop having kids immediately. Like, I don't feel like you should be authorized to have children, because now you're not really parenting, you're just having children, if that makes sense. Um,
yeah, and I
yeah,
think
she's
that's her
basically
approach.
setting them up to be bullied, and I do feel like that, especially not explaining anything to them.
Yeah, you got to explain it.
Yeah, I just feel that.
Mhm. My son, he goes with to school with a transgender. He's been in school with this kid for maybe 3 years, so fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now he's in sixth grade, and he's at the school now. Um, and he's trying to transgender or transition to a girl. He's a boy trying to transition to the girl, and the kids. It's so sad. My son comes home, telling me stories about it. And, in sixth grade, they really get vicious, in middle school. And they just, it's sad, because they allow him to use the girls' bathroom and all that stuff. And um, I feel sorry for him. And then the last story I heard that my son was telling me, oh, so and so, I think he's a boy now again. So even if he wanted to, in his mind, maybe he has some type of body dysmorphia, kids bullied him so bad, he's going to suppress that and just be a boy. And now now you got to do it with this other problem that he it might have created. So I
Uh,
just
def-
think it's sad.
Definitely a mental health issue, I feel like, because if he's experiencing some body dysmorphia, um, and he suppresses it, I feel like uh, it's going to be a mental health issue. It's going to
Yeah, it's
be
going to be a
a,
problem,
a
right?
huge struggle. He's going to be very depressed, and you know those types of things. Now, for me, I'm gonna say this, and y'all go off in the comments. Not gonna bother me. For me, I feel like they should absolutely create another school and allow them to attend that school with other kids like them, so that they can at least have a happy childhood experience and be able to go into their high school years, or being able to handle people and emotions. And they absolutely need to be taught how to do these things, and how to cope with other people that are not going to accept them. Because when they're thrown into school with other children that are not uh, transgender or experiencing body dysmorphia, there is no room to do that. There's no room to address that, because you have all of the other kids. So I feel like if they go to a school that is strictly for them, then they'll be able to include that in the curriculum and address that for them.
So
With
you talking about just transgender or just LGBTQ?
transgender, body dysmorphia, you know, anyone in that particular segment that feels like they can't cope in regular school. With all of these schools closing out here, schools empty, they could just absolutely take one of those schools and make it a special school, just like they do the kids that keep getting suspended from school. They have special school, for them to go to. Well, when I was growing up, I don't know now, and I
Yeah, they
homeschool
have
my kids.
alternative
Right,
schools here.
alternative school.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that should be an option for them. They should have alternative school K through 12 so that they can, you know, have a good memories of their childhood. And um I don't see it as a thing where they're like being special or nothing like that. Because if it's a mental health, if it's in that D9 and it's recognized as a mental health issue, then I absolutely feel like they deserve that. They deserve to have a good childhood too.
I think some people are not recognizing it as a mental health issue. I think that's what the problem is. When you're not recognizing, hey, I want to be a different sex than you know, what I'm actually am, and then your parents sign up.
Justin says, I'm clueless. I just agree that mental health needs to be addressed, not not and taken advantage of for political prop.
Mhm.
Um,
I think we could move on though.
okay.
We could talk about that all day.
Yeah, I just feel like, that's an alternative for me.
I,
Especially if the parent is not going to teach them. Uh, Chawanne's next story was former Disney star Skai Jackson, actress expecting first baby. Uh, let's see. Is pregnant. Actress expecting first baby with boyfriend. Exclusive. All right, go.
so Sky Jackson, she is expecting another or her first baby. This is a 21-year-old actress. She was a Disney star. Actually, she's 22 years old. And she has not publicly identified her boyfriend or her quote unquote baby daddy. She goes to say, I'm thrilled to begin this new chapter in my life, embracing motherhood and diving into new acting projects. My heart and soul is full. Now, Sky Jackson, she was raised by a single mother, and she's very close to her mom. But I just think it's we're just normalizing these young ladies getting pregnant, and hey, I don't, you don't need to know my baby daddy, which we don't. But it's like you have a whole bunch of young female followers. We're normalizing this culture that it's okay to just get pregnant and not have a family. Um, I don't know how you feel about that, but to me, it's sad. Even with who was the girl that played in um, her and her Hallie? Was it Hallie? But you know who I'm talking about? The two singers, but she played the Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah, it's Haley.
Haley.
Haley, I forgot her last name, but
I
yeah,
forgot
Haley.
her last name. But she also, she has a lot of young female followers. People look up to her. And then she gets pregnant by some a rapper DDG, and they seem like they was together. They stayed together all for 6 months of the baby's life, and now they broken up. And it's, to me, it's sad. It's like a sad thing that we have in our culture. And not to say DDG is not going to be in the baby's life. It's just like, what are we saying? Why are we like this? I guess to me it's sad. I know you said you had some other stories that she got into it with.
Oh
She made
yeah,
some controversial comments or whatever.
let me try to bring that up. Child, when I tell you that this computer is acting a fool, that's
Did
what
you
I
send
mean.
it to me?
I sent it to you. Bring it up,
Okay,
and
let me
then
bring it up.
I'm gonna pop off and pop right back on. Okay.
Okay. So this other story, is inside Skai Jackson tumultuous. Let me just share this. Is this it? Yeah. Inside Skai Jackson tumultuous journey from Disney star to scandal-ridden actress after she was arrested for battery. She was arrested for domestic battery. Jackson joined the cast of Disney Channel at only 9 years young, and as I guess I forget. I think she was on with a show with Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus and Zendaya. But anyway, but in the years after the show came to the end, Sky quickly shared her wholesome image by becoming embroiled in some slew of scandals, ranging from nasty public feud with a famous rapper to accusations that she scammed her own fans. Most recently, it was reported that the actress had been arrested for domestic battery after she got into alleged physical altercation with her boyfriend. In addition, sources told TMZ followed the alleged arrest that the former child star was pregnant with her first baby. Okay. And it goes to say I guess she got into it online with the rapper Bad Bobby or
Bad
Bad
Bunny should be Bad Bunny.
no it Bad Bobby Bhabie
Oh, Bad Babby. Is it?
Babby comes to blows online after Sky confessed that she wanted to date the musician's ex-boyfriend.
Hmm.
And then she was also slammed for extremely outspoken, particularly when she began exposing racists on her ex account on 2020 amid the Black Lives Matter protests. So she was applauded for her actions, other than furious, pointing out that she was sharing personal information of people as young as 12 years old. So um so she's I'm assuming the guy that she got pregnant by, that's the guy that she got arrested for domestic violence or domestic battery.
I mean, who knows? I mean, that was a while back. Oh, okay. He says pronounced baby.
Baby,
Indeed.
bad baby. Oh, okay.
Mhm. How could that little girl? What, Justin? I'm try that again. Let me, because I don't understand what you're asking.
Remember Bad Baby? This is the girl. Didn't she get famous going on Dr. Phil's show? You guys put in the chat.
What is there a picture of her?
I got it up right now.
Where?
Do you
Hold
see
on,
it?
let me put it up there.
Okay.
This
This
her?
is her. Yeah. Isn't that the girl who became famous when she went on Dr. Phil? I don't know if this is the same girl. But anyway, she said she wanted to date her boyfriend. I, you know, I know she's young. She's 22, so she's gonna make a lot of mistakes. I'm not gonna, um, down her for doxing people, whatever. And she did that when she was what,
Oh
20,
yeah, I thought it was
19.
her, Carrington. That's the Cash Me Outside girl. She also was all on in some sort of back and forth with her father. I remember that. Was that on Dr. Phil too?
Yeah, I think that was on Dr. Phil.
Okay, yeah, that's the girl who got went viral for saying "Cash me outside."
Okay.
You don't remember that?
Girl, I don't follow them.
No, I don't follow her. She
Yeah.
just went viral for it, and so it was like
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. That term was like everywhere. Cash me outside. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, girl. Okay, get you outside. Okay, what we doing outside? But okay,
Is that what we doing?
yeah, I'm like, we ca- okay, what we catching you outside for? I'm
Oh, yeah, why are we catching you outside?
yeah, confusion. But okay, girl. We'll catch you outside.
But yeah, so I don't know if Sky is going up in the right direction or going down in the wrong direction. I really can't tell.
Uh,
And I'm not saying babies are a gift from God, so they totally could change you and your direction and the trajectory.
I
But
mean, we
I'm
said the
not for
same
sure.
thing about Kiki Palmer. I don't think it matters what type of home you come from, single mother or otherwise. If you feel like, I mean, families are it's the world we live in. The world we live in, people are doing alternative families. I don't teach my kids that, but I mean, other people do.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
absolutely something that is accepted. And I'm not going to say that it's not something that wasn't isn't something that been a thing, because if you look at it, tradition, other black families way back in the day, this is when my mom was growing up, people would live together and be common law husband
Mm-hmm.
and wife
Mm-hmm.
and have loads of children.
Yeah.
um so I don't know that, you
And
know
I'm not saying a title of being married. I'm just saying a two-parent household. That's what I'm saying, because like you said, if we go back and look at our parents' relationships or aunties and stuff, they lived together for a long time, and when they die you find out they weren't even never married, or they would say, or it wouldn't even be revealed. It was just they just was common law marriage. But you
right,
still have the dynamics of a two-parent household.
I guess, because I feel like, okay, they common law, but it's so much that was going into that. The father might have cheated, the mother could be cheating because they're not married, they're not obligated
Mhm.
um
Mhm.
to what, they're not obligated to do so. um
Okay.
so I'm just like, okay, how I don't know that that's teaching, or
Mhm.
accepting. It's been in some people's families forever.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, you know, do I think what she's doing? Do I think that people who choose to have children out of wedlock should be doing that? No.
Mhm.
Because it's very hard. I'm a single mom of 3.
Mhm.
So it's very hard,
Mhm.
and I'm a woman. I'm not a
Mhm.
man, and I have a
Mhm.
son.
Mhm.
So I absolutely, be grateful for my brother who comes here and visits frequently to, like, reinforce things that I have taught my son that men do, and to spend time with my son and uh tell him things that men do, show him things that men do. So I absolutely think Kiki Palmer, her, and all the rest of them are going to start realizing that this ain't cute. for me, I feel like they think because they have money, that's the answer to all problems. It absolutely is not. Money is not the answer to all things.
Yeah.
So I think that she's in for a rough situation,
Okay.
that she put herself in.
Yeah.
Uh, Absolutely going to be rough for her uh if something happens between her and the father.
Mhm.
Look at Keke Palmer.
Mhm.
And I don't think Keke Palmer wanted to be with this guy in the first place. I want to talk about that because I don't like the way that she did that. I don't agree with the way that she did that at all. And especially not the way that she treated him. I
I
didn't
think
agree
I
with.
think Kiki Palmer was looking for somebody similar to her, um, I guess, notoriety, and never could find it. And this is like a backup
I
guy.
think that Keke Palmer felt like she was getting older.
Mhm.
She had not genuinely connected with anyone at
Mhm.
her age after being a famous singer,
Mhm.
actress.
Mhm.
I don't feel like she's necessarily looking for somebody that's of her same notoriety
Mhm.
because I feel like with her, she's not into the dynamic that we both getting attention. And I think this is what the problem was between her and the child's father is that he was a rising actor and he's a handsome looking man. And so they were both getting, you know, attention. I think she's probably going to steer in the direction of more probably going with a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that is of high caliber in that area. And, so that she can continue in the direction that she's going with the stardom and the fame.
But what I mean, he only had one gig.
He did, but I mean, that doesn't denote that, people recognize that he was a handsome man.
Oh yeah, he
He
is
is an
attractive
actor.
guy. He is
Right.
attractive
And
guy. Yeah.
um, like things can absolutely take off for him still.
Mhm.
You know, I don't like the way that she tried to ruin his reputation by insinuating that he was harming her. I don't like that.
I think he was harming her.
I
You
don't
didn't see
I
those
don't
videos?
I'm not saying
He beat her ass.
yeah,
Like
but
what the hell?
at the same time, you can't I am not an advocate of domestic violence.
Okay.
Please do not get that twisted.
Okay.
But as women, we cannot get in a man's face. We absolutely cannot act like we gonna go toe to toe with you in no argument. I mean, I feel like it's just certain things that we should not do to provoke people. If we're not gonna provoke each other, and if we shouldn't provoke each other in a fight, we shouldn't provoke a man in a fight either. So
I
if he
don't
tells you,
well, the videos that I watched, it wasn't no provoked.
well, that's what we saw, but we don't know the conversation that was being had. Because if you call me the B word and
Mhm.
you call me, that's not a name my mama gave me. So if you couldn't hear audio in the video
Right, right, right.
and you call me the B word and I'm a man, you see what I'm saying? Those are things we shouldn't do, but as women, we do them. And
Yeah, I'm not for
we never
sure if
do.
that happened, but I'm just thinking like my encounters with men. A man is not going to react off of words per se, and not to say Darius is, he just off the fly off the handle. Like you said, we didn't know the audio,
Yeah,
but
and I don't think a man is gonna react off of words per se, but you're not gonna continuously do it. You gotta think about yourself too. You don't want a man to constantly call you a B. Why would it be okay for you to constantly call him one? I just think that we need to start taking responsibility for our actions in a situation as well. It takes two to escalate. So why would you escalate it more by calling him the B word? That ain't what his mama named him. I'm just saying. I'm not promoting domestic violence. He absolutely was wrong for putting his hands on her. But we don't know mentally what
But
he's doing.
is that what happened? She was calling him names and stuff? Is that what
That's
you're
what he
saying?
claimed. He claimed that the
Okay.
conversation got disrespectful, and he had told her to leave him alone.
And she kept on nitpicking.
And because that's what black women do. Now
Mhm.
let's be honest. If we gonna be honest, we just gonna be
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm.
That's what black women do. I'm guilty.
I don't do
I'll be
that
the
shit.
I'll be the first one to say when I was younger, guilty. In my
I don't.
20s,
I don't do it.
guilty.
Mhm.
So I absolutely don't think that you should be able to emasculate a man in any type of conversation and continue to do it and push his buttons. We need to stop doing that. We
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
stop doing that as a community.
So
Uh,
he was saying she was being disrespectful and he had to check her, basically.
I'm not saying that he should have checked her or
Mhm.
that he said that, but the conversation definitely got disrespectful. Q says, but masculinity in women is an all-time high these days, which turns a lot of men off. Uh, Q, now listen, me and you, we cool. I absolutely feel like masculinity in women is at an all-time high right now because there are lots of single parents out here, single mothers. I'm a single mother. Um, Not that I'm ultra masculine or anything, but I pay the bills here. And I don't seek anyone to help me for that, not even when I'm dating. I would never allow it. I have dated, never once have asked a man that I have dated to pay anything over here because I carry my own weight. Um, but it definitely pushed me in a position to where I have to be a little bit more aggressive than a woman when I have a mate. Uh,
What do you mean by
before
that?
before my husband died,
Uh-huh.
uh, and we were married and living together, I
Mhm.
absolutely did not handle anything that I didn't feel like was a woman area.
Okay.
He did all of those things, including if I was having a problem with a bill or something, a company,
Mhm.
I would tell him and he would call.
Okay.
Like I never um got into arguments with people. If it's something that I could not handle and I felt like it was because I was a woman that they were disrespect, I would absolutely tell him, okay, well, I'm gonna need you to handle this because they're not responding to me. And
Mhm.
he would say, okay, um, just give me the number and he would handle it. He would
Mhm.
call, he would handle it, he would do whatever. Things like taking my car in.
Mhm.
I never did any of that. Um, if I got caught in a position where I would, he would always call. He would always call ahead of me and say, "My wife is coming down with her car. Call me uh when you find out what is wrong." And they would be like, Mr. Christmas, your wife is sitting in here. He said, I said what I said, and she know what I said. So I'll be expecting your call when you're done. And that's the way we handle things. So I would sit there and wait for my car to be done, and he would call me and say, "Well, it's this, and this, and uh, look out for this, and these different things." He would tell me to do, and then he would say, "Okay, um, go ahead and pay for it." And drive home. When I would come home, sometimes he'll meet me at the car place and he'll drive it, to make sure they did what he told them to. And sometimes when I come home, he'll do it. He'll get in the car. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm not, you know, absolutely sure if that comment Q is directed to women who are married. I think women are getting more masculine out here when they're not with their spouses because it's
If they married and stayed married, it ain't probably directed to us. It's probably directed to like the dating. He's probably like based off of
well,
his
it's dangerous out
experience.
here. Is
Mm-mm.
you know what I'm saying? When you're
Mm.
out and about, I'm sure you're not as friendly as you would be if you were out with your husband because you're out by yourself.
I'm not even friendly with nobody when I'm with my husband.
Okay. Let me read
I
this
kn-
comment.
don't smile in my shit. I learned very early in me and my husband when we was dating. My husband's friend owns a club, and we went to the club, and a guy came in there. I was just sitting waiting, and my husband was standing next to me. And this guy, came up to me like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" that. And I didn't even say nothing before. I was just gonna say cordially hi, and my husband jumped up like, "Motherfucker, didn't you see her? She's standing right here with me?" So I know on early age, early on, just to fall back and just, especially with my husband, I let him handle majority of the stuff. Even like you said, going into the dealership, I let him do that. I'm not, you know. But as far as dating, God forbid something ever happened to my husband, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever take a masculine role, because of now I need to fill those shoes because my husband is not there. I don't know if I will ever do that. Even dating. I'm not necessarily say I would ask you to pay a bill, but if I invite you over and I fed you, you better make sure that trash is empty. You ate this food, right? You see that trash is full, you better make sure that trash is empty or you won't get invited again, you know. So that's what I'm talking about, but I don't know what DF Q was talking about. I think he's probably referring to his dating
I
relationships
mean, I
maybe.
definitely feel the masculine energy in the air from women when I'm out and about. But like
Mhm.
I said, I mean, um, I was when I'm out and about in Illinois because it's dangerous out here in the Chicago Southland area.
Mhm.
So you have to be in. But even before then, when I moved out here, there were women that would uh fight men in the middle of the street. Child, it's absolutely a train station in here today. I don't know what's going on, but
The kids.
I'm ready to rebuke it. No, it ain't just the kids.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to rebuke the devil. But anyway, yeah. So I absolutely when I first came out here and saw like this woman out in the street fighting this man, it was weird to me because I didn't come from that type of
Environment, yeah.
yeah. I
Mhm.
never really experienced that in public. Now, have
Mhm.
I experienced that in somebody's private home? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But in public, no.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was interesting to me.
Mhm.
But I definitely think it's because of the times because um women are being accosted in the daylight hours now. Like they're in all across the United States. It's not just here in Illinois, but across the United States. Women are being accosted,
Mhm.
robbed. So there's
Mhm.
definitely more masculine energy because when you're not out with your spouse or your significant other, or I don't have a significant other, so I'm definitely
On
strapped
the
and
yeah. Yeah.
on high alert because I
Mhm.
am the protector of my children
Children.
while
Mhm.
I'm out there.
Mhm. Mhm.
When my brother comes to visit, absolutely love it. Garbage taken out. I don't have to go out as much. I could
Mhm.
say I need this, and he's all over it. Like that's the
Mhm.
highlight of
Mhm.
his visit. When he
Mhm.
come visit me, it's like he gets the to-do list.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
I when I gotta do it, I do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever that
yeah.
entails.
Mhm.
Building stuff, whatever it entails. Talking to the plumber, talking to the electrician.
Mhm.
Uh, Thankfully, my father, was my, like, parent that I was really close to.
Mhm.
So I know how to change my own oil. I know how to put on brake shoes. I mean, these are just things I was taught by my father. Other things I know about, oil filters, oil pans, um, just basic car maintenance things. So when I go to the car dealership, if I was to go alone, I know, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, this is a different time that we live in. I think it's
Yeah,
unfortunate for that, but
yeah.
we move into Little Dirt.
Lil Durk.
So I got this article. I found this article. I saw this.
Hmm.
I'm gonna start with this one
Hmm.
because, and this is on Billboard. Lil Durk's song lyrics quoted in new charges. Feds say he was rapping about his revenge, adding 2 additional felony counts against Durk. A new indictment also says the rapper explicitly referenced the attack in one of his songs to commercialize his crime. Let's see if they put the lyrics in here. Federal prosecutors are citing Lil Durk lyrics in the criminal case, accusing him of ordering his OTF associates to murder rapper Quando Rondo in a 2022 shooting, arguing he sought to commercialize the crime by rapping about his revenge. 2 weeks after the Chicago rapper Dirk Banks was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, prosecutors unveiled a new indictment. Friday, over the 2022 attack at a Los Angeles gas station, which left Rondo, who is Taekwon Bowman, unscathed, but saw friend Lil Bab killed in the crossfire. The updated indictment added 2 additional felony counts against Dirk on top of the original conspiracy charge, including another murder for hire count and firearms count. It also consolidated Dirk's case with similar charges filed against several of his associates. But most notably, the amended charges included a brand new allegation that Dirk had directly referenced the shooting in a 2022 song. Following the attempted murder of Rondo and the murder of Lil Bab, defendant Banks sought to commercialize the death by rapping about it. Okay, so the feds claimed that the lyrics to Dirk's song, a track called Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, were direct reference to a news clip filmed shortly after the shooting in which Rondo can be heard screaming, "No, no," after seeing Lil Bab's dead body. Tell me they got an Addy, go, go. Got location, go, go. Green light, go, 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 go. Dirk raps in the lyrics reference in the indictment. Look on the news and see your son. You screaming, no, no. You know, the P word. You know what that word is. Wow. Wow.
That's sad. That's sad. I think a lot of people that do like crimes, they always put it in their lyrics like a dummy. Because I don't think he's the first rapper that end up being convicted. Well, he's not convicted yet, but end up being charged with a crime because of some of their lyrics in their songs. So he's an idiot for real.
With these additional charges added, he is facing life in prison. Uh, that, like I said, when I was talking about Young Thug's uh, probation,
Probation or
these
parole.
lyrics, anything that he's writing is going to be watched like a hawk. So I am it's gonna be interesting to see what is going on because I mean, I don't know how he can defend that. That's gonna be interesting to hear what the lawyer has to say about these lyrics. Um uh the defense has a definite uphill battle with that particular charge. Uh so that's gonna be interesting to me. Uh, and
Yeah, I
he's
mean, there's nothing more
absolutely
you
a
could
blow.
say.
I feel like this is absolutely a huge blow. It is a huge blow
To their defense.
to the defense
Okay.
because, like I said, how do you defend that? The lyrics, the song was done around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It depicts the exact scenario and situation,
Mm-hmm.
and the prosecution is going to set it up as such. They're going to play that news footage, and then they're going to play this song. And I, I, you know, don't know. I feel like I smell a plea deal coming. That's what I feel like. I feel like I smell a plea deal coming. Uh,
And
so
that's sad that gang life is just it ruins a lot of black men, that's for sure. That's sad.
I mean, I think um our the culture of feeling like you want to be feared and calling it respect in this industry, well, in that gang life mentality is where that could land you, right
Mm-hmm.
where he is.
Mm-hmm.
um mm, this
Yeah.
is, for
Yeah.
me, I feel rather dubious about this because these are black men going to jail, going to prison. um I don't think anybody wins in this situation. I feel like the family lost when they lost their loved one. I feel like he's gonna lose when he loses his life and has to go to prison. Um, his family is gonna lose because if he provided for them, now they don't have. Um, yeah, I mean the general public wins, but
Yeah.
you know, as a black community, I want to save the black men. I want to save, um, people that we can save.
Yeah, but
Um,
I think he's unsavable. I think Lil Durk, he's been in that type of life. He was raised in that life, and that's why he got to the way he got to. Only thing fortunate about him, or that was lucky on his part, is because he became famous for rapping. But there's many stories like Little Dirk. They just don't make it to 32, you know. Um, on the south side of Chicago or the west side of Chicago, running in those gangs, and they start them off really young, and I wouldn't be surprised if Little Dirk don't have any bodies attached to him besides this Quando Rondo in that FG Duck boy. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Um, he cleaned up real nice because he got money, you know. So he's just a victim of his environment, and I think for us to save, to even start talking about saving these boys, we gotta change this environment. I mean, this is just killing us, So anyway.
well, the next thing I had was Young Thug. Young Thug was allegedly in the studio. You see where they put allegedly in the studio with Little Baby, Future, and Travis Scott last night, and this was Monday. Today is Wednesday, so this was Monday. So he's working. He's absolutely getting back to the business. Hopefully, there is no smoking going on during these sessions because these random drug tests uh is absolutely going to put him in a position if he pops just from him not smoking, but a contact. uh
Yeah, the contact high or whatever they
yeah,
call it.
so
Yeah.
I hope that the people around him are keeping the studio clear and keeping, you know, uh everything that they need to keep clear. That brings me to a story that we were talking about this morning that I told you. If you all have not seen it yet, Takashi 69 is headed back to prison after violating his parole. Um, so this was the things that I was talking about. Mhm. This is what I was talking about when I said um that it's gonna be difficult. Said the rapper also see his probation extended by a year, about 6 months before it was set to expire. So he got all the way down to the end. He was sentenced to 45 days in prison after violating the conditions of his parole stemming from his federal racketeering and firearms case plea deal. The decision was handed down by Judge Paul Engelmayer in Manhattan Court on Tuesday, November 12th. The rapper born Daniel Hernandez was accused of 5 probation violations, including failing to show up for drug tests, traveling to Las Vegas without permission, and lying to his probation officer.
So he just stupid,
I
basically.
mean, he got down all the way uh to the end almost.
I think Takashi 69 is something wrong with him. I don't think he's just a smart person. I mean, just even when he got into a bunch of that trouble before he was convicted, and you know what they was trying to, well, they actually convicted him on. I think they downgraded some of the charges, but it's like, he wanted to live something, and he was surrounding himself with individuals that it wasn't even part of his lifestyle, but he wanted to have that image that I'm a tough boy and all that stuff. And ultimately, it got him a criminal record, and behind bars.
Right.
So I think he's just a individual that's just not the brightest light bulb in a
I
lamp.
I absolutely think that he lost a lot of people around him, possibly that was helping him, adhere to these requirements of his parole.
I don't think we could put it on his, what is it, like you saying, his management team or whatever. You
Um,
are a grown person.
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying. I
you
mean,
know.
when you pay people to be your assistant and to keep
But
things straight for you, then
yeah.
that's what
But,
it is.
but what I'm saying is he is a grown man. He has to take ownership of what he's not supposed to be doing. He blankly or willingly lied to his probation officer saying he was going to, so he knew where he wasn't supposed to be, but you lied about it. So I don't think it has nothing to do with the people that's around surrounding him. It's just, you just got to be responsible and do the things that you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be traveling to LA without your parole permission. You're supposed to show up to this drug test and meet on a certain day and certain time. So just because he doesn't have his assistant, it's still your life. I mean, at this point, it's like you're oh, my assistant didn't schedule it for me. It's your life. You're on parole. And if you don't follow these rules, you're subject to getting that whole sentence commuted and doing that full time of whatever they said you was, responsible for. So it's like, I mean, I don't buy the whole thing that oh, my assistant didn't do it. It's like, no, you're a grown person. Be responsible.
Well, I feel like that's one opinion, but when you're talking about business, if I'm paying somebody to do something, as far as keep my schedule together and keep what I supposed to do straight, then that's just what you're supposed to do. If he don't adhere, now that's one thing. But I feel like he's lost everyone around him that really was, helping him. Because look at it. They say he was 6 months from finishing. So something happened. He's been doing everything before then, but I absolutely think he had somebody helping him to do so. And for whatever reason, they split. But Justin, this is my concern too. I'm concerned that the DAs will change rap music due to their fear of lyrics being used against them, even if singing about someone else. Music is protected by the First Amendment. I'm absolutely concerned about this. I'm concerned about that. And like I said with Young Thug, it that is censoring music. It's going to censor their music. It's going to change their topic. It's going to change their it's really going to change their audience too. And what if they are rapping about somebody else and it's not them that they're actually talking about, but that's a debate because and it's going to be up to the interpretation of the judge or the jury if they're going to believe that they weren't talking about them
Whoever they say
yeah.
they was talking about.
So I'm concerned about this because this is putting restrictions on music that these people are not used to. And so
Okay.
I said it before. What is he gonna write about?
I mean, there's plenty of things he could write about, but this is not a new thing where people or rappers being convicted of their lyrics. This is not new. Um, and I think Young Thug didn't they bring up some lyrics that he used in some of his raps
I don't know
in
because
his court case.
I didn't fully watch the court case, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's not
absolutely
a
sure
new
that he did.
thing. I think rappers or lyricists or whatever you want to call them, you
Cameron
just got to be smart about it.
Carrington, this is what's gonna happen. It's going to be a time that they may outright alter the lyrics to flat out ban their older songs due to the subject matter at hand. Absolutely.
Banned on the music. Are you talking about like streaming service? I want to like or ban from where? That's what I want to know. Oh,
He
it's
said, yeah.
banned from the streaming service. I'm not for sure because if we really think about it, if we talk about the bigger machine and the biggest detriment to the black community, and we have these plants, industry plants that they put in the black community, and one of the things that they prop up is violence, right, amongst ourselves, uh, promiscuous behavior, and drugs. That's all they prop up. And so, unless they change the actual music, the people that's on top that's promoting these industry plants and promoting this detrimental culture to us, I think it would never be banned per se. Okay.
I absolutely agree with Carrington. I absolutely agree that rap music, to some degree, is going to start to become like prohibition. They're going to start to ban certain things, and you are going to have to, there's going to be some sort of black market uh, site or some sort of place that you only we gonna know about
Mm-hmm.
to go and listen to this type of music. Um, or they may go back to selling CDs out of the back of their car. because I feel like they are moving towards using these lyrics against them in court. That is becoming a thing. It is becoming a heavy thing. Even going back um through their music, listening for certain things. I absolutely feel like the alphabet people have now created a task force that strictly uh, concentrates on the music industry and these different rappers that have gang affiliations, and all they do is listen to songs that they have and put out to see if they can connect bodies and people and
Yeah,
situations.
that's been
So
happening. They
I
been
feel
had
like
that task force.
I feel like
Yeah.
no, for me, I feel like it's now become larger. It's become a thing. It's become a real moving thing, because I think you prosecute a rapper and you have 2 or 3, agents who listen to rap music, become experts and be able to tell you. But now I feel like it's become a full-fledged department. It's a full-fledged thing, because look at how they found these lyrics. Uh, that takes time. Somebody
Yeah,
had
I,
to
what
take
I'm
these
getting at
steps.
is they already had these special gang task force. I'm trying to think of that old case where that guy got convicted. Let me
They
just
took
pull it
you.
up.
They
Um, of over their rap lyrics, and he served a lot of time over that rapper.
Let me see. While you look for that, I'm gonna just go to this next
Okay,
thing, but we can go back. Just
okay.
so I also wanted to bring up, this is a update to Diddy's mansion. So Sean Diddy Combs' $62 million LA mansion with alleged ties to freak-offs has received no serious offers. So um uh this particular home was raided by the federal agents in March. It went for sale in September the 8th, they're saying. And it has had no movement since it was put on the market in September. Um why he's trying to get rid of this particular property now, probably to pay his legal bills and uh just to get some cash, to have cash. I think maybe possibly if he got released,
Hmm.
but that's not happening. So I wonder what this means for him financially. $62 million is a lot of money to have tied
Yeah.
up in real estate that don't move, and has got no offers. Uh, that's a lot of money to have wrapped up there that he may definitely need.
How long was it on? Has it been on the market?
Since September. This was the home that was
Okay.
raided in March, and
Okay.
he put it
Okay.
on the market in September, and I believe, uh, back in when did when did he have to pay Cassie?
Was that October or November? He
Right,
settled
so I
that.
think that he put it on the market, to kinda recoup some cash from having to pay her,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it hasn't moved, so I'm just saying uh what does that mean for, his cash, his liquid asset situation?
Mm. Probably he
Um,
probably strapped for cash for
yeah,
it.
like I said, he has
Mm-hmm.
to pay these,
Lawyers
lawyers
and
every month, which probably is
yeah.
no small bill.
Right.
He's still absolutely paying probably the home in New York, the mansion in New York where the kids are staying.
Yeah. He paying his mama's bills and
Yeah, so,
so.
yeah, what does I'm just looking to trying to find out what does that actually mean. Now, people are not going to want to purchase this home with the connotation that is attached to it. Um,
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a hard time selling it.
I feel like he needs to Well, he got in an argument with Warner Brothers, so they're not gonna buy it. But he needs to go in the direction of trying to see if some movie production uh
Would try
people
to
want
buy
to work
it and
with it
yeah.
for to make movies there because and he's gonna take a loss, a huge loss.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like
They might have
he
to auction it off, sell it in the auction.
yeah, which will
Yeah.
be insane because you're
Mhm.
definitely not gonna get what you could get on the open market for it.
Mhm.
Rap music is the new wiretap, and that's what I feel like this The Wire. It
Mhm.
is The
Mhm.
Wire. That y'all see
Mhm.
that television show? Used to love that television show. I
Mhm.
don't think no one would want to buy that house after the freak off incident. Now you would be surprised. Now I feel like secretly it's lots of people that want to buy it, but the price is too high. They feel like they want to get a bargain. It is a lot of controversy behind the home,
Mhm.
and they're gonna wait for that price to drastically drop, and then you're gonna see a whole bunch of offers on that
Mhm.
house because
Mhm.
people have weird fetishes. People have weird obsessions with things. And I
Mhm.
absolutely think that there's lots of people who want to buy it, but it's not the right price. It's too high.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I think he drops it down by 30 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
finna move.
yeah, they gonna sell it,
It's
yeah.
absolutely fin to move.
Mhm.
Especially if it's and I think it's actually prime real estate that it's in
Area,
that it's in.
yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, absolutely it's gonna move if he
And
drops the
some billionaire might get it and tear it down, you know.
price.
That's a possibility.
That why it haven't moved since September. Okay. Um, hmm, I don't know. I think that's a thought. I think that's a
Mhm.
thought. I think
Tear down and build whatever they,
yeah, I mean, like I
I
said,
don't
I
know.
think that's a thought.
Mhm.
Um, I think part of me feels like it's gonna be a person who wants to preserve it for history's sake, to say that this is where Diddy had his freak offs and people come. I'm just telling you, people
This
have
gonna be a museum.
I feel like people
They're
have
gonna have wax figures of people doing
listen,
it to
child,
each
you don't
other.
never know. Those people who give those Hollywood
Oh
tours,
yeah, yeah, that
those
would be
home tours,
good. This is the
I
and they could
feel like
actually give a tour in there. That's
right?
a good idea. That's a good
I feel
business
like he should
idea.
make a deal with those people who give those home tours. He should make a deal with them that they bring people there and they can take them on a tour and he gets part of the profits because this property is not gonna move at no $62 million. Not with the reputation uh and things surrounding this home. If he drops it by 30 million, I feel like you're gonna see a lot of people start to at least tour it and see what it looked like. But 30 million,
That's if they could
33
step
million,
foot in there. They might slip and slide. It might be
I'm
so
not.
much baby oil on the
That theory has already been debunked. The man said
floor.
Costco released a statement said they don't
It
sell baby
says that
oil.
we don't sell baby oil.
Where he got the baby oil from? I think he got it from Amazon because
You probably did
sell
bulk order on Amazon.
Amazon sells baby oil by the pallet. They
Mm-mm.
absolutely do. Uh, maybe the CEO of Johnson& and Johnson. That's hilarious. They have their own woes. Uh,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, that did you have something else you wanted to put up?
Uh, um, you know what? Oh yeah, this is just
Yeah, better make
the
sure they bring
10
your food in
rappers.
there. I ain't sleeping in there or touching nothing. Absolutely a germ infested home. I ain't going.
Yeah, it got a whole bunch of stuff on there. But no, this is just I found a post where they were saying 10 rappers that was actually convicted of their lyrics. Don't know who these people are, but it I just wanted to show like they've been doing this. Like in 2008, this guy named Vontae Skinner, I guess he rapped about trying to unalive somebody and they gave him 30 years, which is crazy. Jamal Knox in Pittsburgh, that was back in 2012. Lawrence Montague, October 2027. And they got even Takashi 6ix9ine. I guess they used his lyrics to convict him.
Well, he going back to jail.
Young Thug, look, remember I asked you if they used Young Thug? I guess they did.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know because I didn't watch the whole thing, but
Hmm.
of course they did. I feel like in all these cases they will, but I feel like there's a whole this right here was something they put a couple of agents on it. Um, Anybody that is gang affiliated or they start to see them moving with gang people, I feel like they put it. But now I feel like it's a whole task force. I'll take this over to the rap lyric task force and let them see if they can find anything.
Find it, yeah.
So I feel like it's a whole, if you will, floor on that
Right,
FBI building now.
right, right.
Whereas it may have just been a little section. Now I feel like
Hmm.
it's a whole floor covered by
Hmm.
some supervisors and some more people. And
Hmm.
people who enjoy rap music are living their best life as FBI agents now because everybody probably is trying to join this task force to have to listen to music lyrics for their job. That would be a cool job though, for real.
Hmm.
But yep, that's it for me today, y'all. Friday, expect the runaround. Expect this horrible picks. Jerry Jones is in the news. Y'all know he over there tripping about his whole team. CD Lamb told him they needed to get some curtains for the stadium because the sunlight is blinding them on the field. We're gonna talk about this on Friday.
This at the Cowboy Stadium?
This is at the Cowboy Stadium, this new stadium that he just spent all this money on. Um, and Jerry Jones said, absolutely not. And oh, Justin, that's so nice. Thank you. Look at you being nice to me. I'm gonna come check your temperature. Um,
uh,
yeah, thank you, Q. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things that's in the news
mhm.
uh from sports. Yeah, the
And we got
Cowboys.
to make our picks
The
too, right?
Cowboys, I feel like, are having the year they're having because, like I said, Jerry Jones needs to be forced to sell the team because he can't be quiet. He needs to be the owner and let the coach. Because every time he hires somebody, I don't know why he hires anybody. I don't know why he just don't get on the field and coach and own because that's what he be doing every year, even when they're winning. This is what he do. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. There was some controversy that was happening between Jim Harbaugh and the Steelers. Um, so we're going to get into a few things about these picks at the end of the runaround. But we will be bringing the runaround on Friday, um, Monday, the 25th. I think it is the Monday before Thanksgiving. You all get in the comments. I can't do a morning show because of some personal obligations. I take care of my mom, and she's going to be having some surgery. So I won't be able to do a morning show. So you guys get in the comments and let us know if you want us to do an evening show that day, or if you just want Chawanne to come on by herself, and that's fine. I don't have any problems with either of the options. But you guys get in the comments and let us know, or you leave a message on this video. I definitely will respond. Um, Please, if you will, like, share, and subscribe to Chawanne Burns 2.0 and Chawanne Burns on YouTube. I'm all in the queue. Like, share, and subscribe to All in the Queue. Tomorrow, I will be debuting a new show called Simply Sisters. It's an interesting show. It's going to be tackling some issues surrounding women. I guess you mean the men, if you want to come and listen and give your opinion, that's fine. But we're going to get into some truths about ourselves, just like I was talking about this morning with the domestic violence situations and things. We're going to be talking about some other issues uh, as well. I'm going to be rolling out a few new shows on my platform. Uh, now that my platform is monetized. Um, and yeah, that's very hard work, but uh, now I just feel like I'm kind of like in overdrive
Mhm.
because I'm monetized. I want to bring the people some good content.
Mhm.
I will still be doing my Dalton and Thornton Township content as well, but absolutely going to be rolling out these different shows. I have a whole bunch of ideas that I'm just going to get out my head.
Okay.
Um, so I hope you guys tune in for that conversation. I'm also going to be trying to roll out a men's show. It'll be produced by the super producer, but the producer will not be on it. So if you're interested in doing a men's show and you don't mind being on camera, uh, I absolutely want you to send me an email at stewed up, the number 4, the T, at gmail.com. Um, and I want to bring some male centered shows. 1, a sports show, and 2, a just the guys, whatever it is you guys do and talk about. So I'm gonna produce the show, but I'm not gonna have anything to do with your content or what you want to put out there or what you want to say. Now I may steer you and say, okay, in the sports topic, you do whatever you want. But as far as the men's topic or whatever, I may say, oh, hey, this, maybe we can talk about this. But I won't be on the show. I would like to have a few men that want to participate. If that's you, let me know. That's all I got. I gotta run to the doctors and see the doctor today.
Okay. Press the subscribe button.
Press the subscribe button. You all have a fantabulous day. Listen, from the super producer, I wish nothing but blessings for your life. Okay?
All right. See you in the next video.
Yeah, child.